Liv Morgan gets into a heated argument with top Judgment Day star. Huge split teased. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Liv Morgan is back and seemingly in the driver's seat at the Judgment Day, but not everyone seems to agree. Based on the Raw tapings on December 19th, she got into a heated argument with a fellow Judgment Day star, with a split seemingly teased. Warning. The following article contains spoilers for the December 22nd episode of Raw. If you wish to avoid spoilers, please don't proceed any further. For context, things in the Judgment Day appear to be fine, but as always, there have been cracks underneath the surface. For example, Liv Morgan teased going after the Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer, but Raquel Rodriguez overstepped and inserted herself into the title picture. Morgan questioned her, and Raquel responded by telling her that she didn't know they needed Morgan's permission. Liv Morgan agreed and stepped aside, choosing to go after the women's tag team titles with Roxanne Perez instead. On the December 22nd episode of Raw, Perez was booked to face Bayley, and Raquel Rodriguez's intended distraction didn't go as planned. Perez had Bayley beat, but the referee was distracted by Rodriguez. Liv Morgan had to pull Rodriguez down from the apron, which led to a heated argument as Bayley defeated Perez. But backstage, things continued to break down, with a split seemingly being teased. Backstage, Finn Balor and JD McDonough seemed puzzled at the argument that kept continuing. From the sound of things, Morgan and Perez are on the same page, while Rodriguez continues to crash out. Regardless, Raquel Rodriguez received another Women's World Championship opportunity, as she is set to face Stephanie Vaquer on December 29th, in a match also involving Nikki Bella. That episode will presumably not be pre-taped, so we will see how things play out in real time. Liv Morgan was discovered by WWE star at Hooters. A past interview discussing Liv Morgan's WWE origins has resurfaced. Liv Morgan recorded an interview with Chris Van Vliet that was released online in May 2024. During the conversation, the former SmackDown Women's Champion was asked how she was discovered while working at Hooters. So with a little backstory, everyone at Hooters knew I loved wrestling, Liv Morgan said. I'd be doing my bar shifts, I'd put WWE on the TV, I'd be serving with WWE on the TV, like everyone kind of knew was my thing. And apparently before my time, there was a wrestler who will not be named that used to manage this specific Hooters. So anytime they came around in town, they would go to Hooters. Me being the big WWE fan that I was, I saw this wrestler coming to Hooters, and I knew who they were exactly, and I introduced myself. My manager was like, hey, we have this girl. She just loves wrestling, and because you're a wrestler, maybe, talk to her. WWE star introduced Liv Morgan to popular strength coach. So I talked to this wrestler for a while, and I was like, I want to wrestle. And they're kind of just like, haha, yeah. I kind of just spent all my wrestling knowledge to them, so they introduced me to this man, Joe DeFranco. He is a world-renowned strength and conditioning coach. He only trains professional athletes, and he actually trains Triple H on a weekly basis. Morgan explained that she impressed Joe DeFranco with her resilience, which led him to put in a good word for her with WWE. She then went on to impress the coaches during the cardio drills portion of her tryout, eventually earning a contract. For the now former WWE superstar who managed the Hooters location, it has long been implied to be Enzo Amore, who was romantically involved with Liv Morgan before the two eventually parted ways. Trial date set in disturbing Stalker case involving WWE superstar Liv Morgan, but a major twist could change everything. A potential trial date has been set in the federal case involving a man accused of stalking WWE star Liv Morgan, though that date could still be pushed back. Sean Chan, who has been charged with 1 count of interstate domestic violence, may stand trial on January 12, 2026. The United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida, Tampa Division, has asked both the prosecution and defense to confirm by December 19th that the proposed date works for all parties. However, a status update filed with the court on December 14th indicates that a delay remains possible. The filing states, the United States was informed that the defendant case anticipates filing a Rule 12.2b notice in the near future, which may result in the United States requesting a continuance. A Rule 12.2b notice would signal an insanity defense, which could significantly delay the proceedings if filed. However, a status update filed with the court on December 14th indicates that a delay remains possible. The filing states, the United States was informed that the defendant case anticipates filing a Rule 12.2b notice in the near future, which may result in the United States requesting a continuance. A Rule 12.2b notice would signal an insanity defense, which could significantly delay the proceedings if filed.